Hey, what's going on, great people? Just enjoying the beautiful landscape. Right now, we're in Chicago, Lake Michigan. Just wanted to give y'all a beautiful scenery so y'all can check the landscape out. You know, Chicago get a lot of bad press. But that's only because the news and the media, they focus on the urban core, but the corruption starts from the top. It starts from your government, which we done had government corruption here. I'm gonna say probably ever since African Americans migrated from the deep south, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. It was opportunities up here. It was opportunities near Gary, Indiana, where we had the steel mills and all that type of stuff. So the corruption was already here. And then once we had the international immigration, where you had you had some of the Italians, you had the Lithuanians, you name them. A lot of different countries out of Europe, they navigated over here too. So then it became a clash of cultures. So now you got people coming from all the way overseas, and you got people coming from the south. So of course they had to disenfranchise. Some groups did, some groups didn't get disenfranchised. But African Americans definitely got the short end of the stick. And the other groups, international groups, like maybe, you know, like I say, the Lithos, the Polish, a lot of the different European factions, they was able to get out of the slums and the urban core of Chicago and go corporate, where a lot of the African Americans, they still remain in the slums to this day, and they make up a higher percentage of the crime that's being committed in a city like Chicago. And that's what the focus is. The focus right now is on criminal activity in Chicago, mainly out of the African American and Latino communities, but they mainly focus on the African American community. So, but overall, if you from one of these African American communities, you can actually transition to be an entrepreneur, a businessman, or take your job that you got and turn it into a business or something like that, because there's a lot of opportunities out here for African Americans right now. Well, we got SBA granting people $100,000 business loans to get your business off the ground. Now, I don't know if most people are using their $100,000 for business purposes, but it'd be good if you did that, because you could properly file your taxes and they can see where the money going, and then you possibly could get a bigger grant or a bigger loan if you conduct your business right. And so you can become a professional. You can reap the benefits of living in Chicago. Because Chicago I'm pretty sure they got a GDP just as high as New York and California, which means it's a lot of money flowing through here. And when you talk about Chicago, you're talking about the surrounding suburbs too. Aurora, Bolingbrook, Joliet. You got the Southland. You got South Holland. You got Country Club Hills. You got Maryville, Crown Point, Indiana. You got all this stuff that's adjacent to Chicago, and which is why so much money flowing through there. And you really don't have to be involved in petty criminal acts to get money in a big city like this with a high where it's high revenue coming in at, you know. The more of Chicago, the more